Anthony Bourdain likes to speak his mind about food and other chefs. The author and TV host has just put out a new version of his best-selling memoir, Kitchen Confidential, the Insider's Edition, because it includes handwritten notes discussing how restaurants have changed over the last decade. Hello, Anthony Bourdain.
Hello, good morning.
You know, we had the news this morning that Twinkies is going out of business. Based on your history, I'd love to know your thoughts about Twinkies. Anthony, go ahead.
I have mixed emotions about it, but you know, if nothing else, even if they do close forever, their product will be fresh and chewy in 25 years.
You know, the New York Times had a very harsh review of Guy Fieri's restaurant. So harsh that it's gone viral. People say it was a little too much. What do you think?
Well, in fairness, I haven't eaten there, so it was a very funny review. I think it's being positioned now as an elitist New Yorker coming down on a nice country boy. I know Pete Wells' work pretty well, and I think he was holding Fieri's restaurant, from what I understand, to is it what it claims to be? Mm-hmm. He's not comparing it to Le Bernardin. He's saying, compared to an Applebee's, does it do what it claims to be? Is it what it says it is? And he seems to feel it fell short. But to be fair to Guy, I haven't eaten there. It was a very funny review.
Yeah.
What is it you most like to do?
You know, I clearly like what I do. I like traveling. I like working. I like staying in motion.
You're off to Burma. What will you do?
I'll be doing, I think what I always do is looking at the country from the vantage point of an eater. Meaning I will be sitting down with hopefully interesting people, sharing their food and listening to what their lives are like.
Mm-hmm. And the most exciting place you've been? Well, you and I were talking about Cuba.
Well, Cuba is it is a wonderful and thought-provoking and heartbreaking and beautiful place. I don't know. Vietnam is always, it's sort of my first love as far as travel in the world.
I was on a plane going to Turkey one day, and sitting across from me was Anthony. And you were going to somewhere in Central Europe, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I forget where I was headed that day.
Your show's heading over to CNN after leaving the Travel Channel. It seemed to end on a little dicey note over at the Travel Channel. What happened?
I turned on the last episode of my show and saw myself in a car commercial, a perfectly nice car, but a car I don't drive and I certainly don't endorse. And you know, I sort of feel before you put me in a commercial, you should ask.
Yeah. Is it okay to put you in the car? Going to CNN, you know, there's changes at CNN, Anthony. Are you worried about how that would affect your show?
No, I'm really happy to go over there. Look, they're a big worldwide news organization and with an infrastructure all over and a history of working in difficult areas. And a lot of those places like Yemen, Libya, the Congo, these are exactly the sort of places that I haven't been able to shoot and would very much like to make television.
Okay, the thing that's so cool, I read Kitchen Confidential back in the day, scared the bejesus out of me, I have to say. It changed how I thought about it. I was checking out the bathrooms when I went in. I didn't order fish on Mondays, and now here we are in 2012. You say, eat the bleeping fish on Monday already. What changed? How did that change for you?
You know, since the time period covered in this book, I think a lot has changed in the profession. It has become, for better or worse, a glamour profession to cook. People care. The customers have higher expectations. They care what the chefs think, and the chefs are very aware of that scrutiny, and standards and expectations have really changed. So unless you're eating like at an Irish pub on Monday, the fish special, that you know your expectations for a great seafood meal would be low in any case. Eat the fish.
You're okay.
One of the things that's interesting to me, we're talking about Twinkies. I know people that like to serve donuts as dessert. Mm-hmm. Is that okay with you?
I like donuts. Yeah, I'm a cheap date in the dessert department.
But you don't want to cook.
Me personally, I like cooking.
Yeah, but you don't want to own a restaurant and cook.
I had 28 years. I had 3 decades standing on my feet in restaurants in an constantly uncertain world. Compared to what I do these days, you know, life is good. Plus, I'm in my 50s. I would be of little use in a professional kitchen.
And is there one location you most want to go to that you haven't been able to get there yet?
I'm obsessed with going up the Congo River and retracing Conrad's steps. There's so much of the history of the world has either overlapped with or taken place directly in the Congo. That's the show I want to make above all others.
Is it hard to do it?
Yes, it is very. I've tried numerous times, and for various security reasons, related reasons, it's been impossible.
Anthony, you had said also back in the day about the book about check out the bathrooms before. I literally started checking out the bathrooms.
Yeah.
And now you've changed on that too. You're saying a dirty bathroom is no big deal?
Well, it was such a New York-centric book. I hadn't seen anything of the world when I wrote Kitchen Confidential, and since that time I've traveled all over the world, and so many of the greatest meals of my life, particularly in Southeast Asia and developing nations, have been in places with absolutely filthy bathrooms.
But
in
the
fact,
food is good.
you know, I think I've said the presence of livestock or chickens in the dining room is often a mark of a good meal.
All right,
Anthony Bourdain, thank you very much.